when I grew up, we didn't have a lot of things. Like we were quite a poor family. So when I was doing the little modelling competitions, my mum would go to the op shop and, that was my new outfit, or she would make something and, I'd see all these other girls have all these beautiful dresses and I was like, what am I wearing? You feel a bit crappy. But my mum would always be like, that your beauty will shine through. You look just as beautiful as those other girls, if not beautifuler, as a mum would say.
Welcome to the queendom.
You have your good days and your bad days in life. This isn't just modelling, but like, I think when my body changed, that's when I was like, what if no one books me anymore? Like, what if this is it? Like, I don't look like the way I did. I've had comments that I don't look like the way I do anymore, which was very heartbreaking. Not that I was going to give up, but I was like, what if it all ends? Like, it's not a nice thought. I don't think, well, again, you were a dancer, like in any certain kind of niche industry. But as we've kind of evolved with the industry and fashion, diversity and body shapes, I was like, even now, like, there are models that are, in their 50s and their 60s, like, literally the sky's the limit nowadays. So that little kind of worry I had all those years ago is all gone. Like, it was just me overthinking things and assuming the worst.
And you've built such an amazing portfolio, trust with so many brands and businesses. And as you said, like, the times are changing now. Like,
yeah.
I believe your body is absolutely fucking sexy. Like, I'm just to put it out there when everyone sees you and sees the I loved you. I literally walked into Portman's. It was Portman's, right? And I sent a message. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
I went in there and I'm actually now shopping there. I was like, my days of going to Supre and buying stuff there. And I walked into Portman's because obviously business coaching, and I saw your pattern. So inspiring, babe. Seriously. So inspiring. And I feel like a lot of women who are listening, from where we really wanted to bring this podcast episode to anyone, is that you can achieve anything in life when you truly set your heart to. And from the day you were, I guess from the day you were born, you knew what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
So what advice, I want to ask, would you give to people, because you obviously were brought up in such a beautiful home, your mum believed in you, you knew within yourself that you always knew what you wanted to do. But if there were people listening who may not have the support network or someone like your mum or people in their life, how do you go navigating that, and how can you give someone advice around that?
Hey guys, real quick. Have you ever been stressed out or stuck on a problem you just can't seem to figure out, and then a friend or a mentor comes along with like a fresh perspective and shows you a solution that completely changes the game for you? I'm smiling right now as I say this because I know I've had a ton of these moments while building my businesses and remembering back to all the people I have been helped by, which gets me so excited. So I want to pass on the information here and give you guys a favor to build this Queendom community. Whatever platform you are listening on, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and tune in every Wednesday, because you just never know when you'll hear that special something that completely changes the game for you. And when it happens, make sure you leave behind 5 stars so we know our efforts are making an impact. I love you guys. Let's get back into it.
We'll go back to when I was younger. So when my mum is very supportive, but when I grew up, we didn't have a lot of things. Like we were quite a poor family. So when I was doing the little modelling competitions, my mum would go to the op shop and, that was my new outfit, or she would make something and, I'd see all these other girls have all these beautiful dresses and I was like, what am I wearing? You feel a bit crappy. But my mum would always be like, that your beauty will shine through. You look just as beautiful as those other girls, if not beautifuler, as a mum would say. But, I did have my challenges, like, being away from family, not having, going into the modelling industry, like a lot of the girls, their parents are well off where mine aren't. So going to a big city is hard when, if I didn't have a supportive agency, I wouldn't have been able to go to Sydney because Sydney's expensive. And, I was only a 13-year-old girl, didn't have any money, anything like that. But, so that was a bit disheartening for myself when I was younger. But for anyone that, whatever career they want to pursue in their life, you're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, you're going to have your struggles. That's life. If everything was smooth sailing, it'd be boring, right? Like, you wouldn't be able to move forward or go up higher within your career, within yourself. So just keep going. Like, you're going to have days you're like, this is really crap. Like, this sucks. This isn't going to work. And you just think, it's a bad day. Tomorrow's a new day. We go from there. Have your bad day. You're allowed to have your bad day, but, you pick yourself up and you just keep going.
So we're near at the end of the episode. I know I don't want it to end either. And I love you guys so much for tuning in every week and coming to this journey with me. But the good news is it doesn't have to end here. If you've gotten value from today, I have something really special I want to share with you. Now, most people are very dedicated to learning from podcasts or books, but when it comes to taking the action required to make these ambitions come true, they retreat back to their comfort zone and listen to another podcast. But I know that there is a small group of queens listening right now that are hungry for more. You want complete freedom over how you spend your time and money, and you want to be able to do it from anywhere in the world. I understand you. I was you. And now I have complete freedom over my time, location, and money. And I did it all with my social media blueprint. And if you are part of the group that takes action towards your dream life, I have included an exclusive link for you to jump on board below at 50% off. I appreciate you queens all so much. Now let's finish this one with a bang.
Beautifully said, my girl. And I just want to say, like, again, because it resonates with me from not having much and, not having money and where you are now, it just comes back to what this podcast is about. Like, these women that I'm bringing forward, like Sam, they're perfect examples of women who started from nothing and grew their beautiful empire in their own world. And I just want to say, like, thank you for sharing all of this, because some women need to hear these stories and what you've traversed. So I really, really am grateful for it.